What does a nation look like? It's not a single face, a building, or a border. A nation is an idea, a shared belief, a common identity. But how do you represent something so powerful, yet invisible? In the 18th and 19th centuries, artists and revolutionaries found a solution. They gave nations a human form through allegories. These weren't real people, but symbolic female figures representing liberty, unity, and the soul of a nation. In this video, we'll discover how France and Germany visualized their nations not just in maps or flags, but in the powerful faces of Marianne and Germania. Because sometimes, to inspire millions, you need more than words, you need a face they can believe in. So, what exactly is an allegory? Simply put, it's when an abstract idea is expressed through a person, object, or image. Think of justice. You've probably seen her as a blindfolded woman holding a pair of scales. She's not a real person, but a symbol of fairness and impartiality. In the same way, after the revolutions in Europe, nations were personified, often as women. But why women? Because they symbolized liberty, motherhood, sacrifice, and strength, qualities artists wanted people to feel deeply. These female figures weren't characters in a story, they were visual anchors that gave life to the idea of the nation. They became the faces people could rally around, especially in a time when unity was still just a dream. Now let's meet Marianne, not a queen, not a ruler, but the symbolic soul of the French Republic. Born during the French Revolution, Marianne came to represent the core values of France: liberty, equality, and fraternity. Artists gave her a bold yet graceful presence. She often wore a red Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom, once worn by freed slaves in ancient Rome. In her hands or beside her, you'd often find the tricolor French flag, a sword, or a cockade, each element reinforcing the message of freedom and resistance. But Marianne wasn't just a statue in a square. Her image appeared on coins, stamps, official seals, and even school walls, a daily reminder that freedom is not just a right, but a responsibility. She stood as a silent guardian of democracy, inviting every citizen to protect and live up to the ideals she stood for. Now, let's meet Germania, the powerful personification of Germany. Like Marianne in France, Germania was not a real figure, but a symbol of unity, strength, and national pride. She wore a crown made of oak leaves. The oak tree, in German tradition, stood for heroism, resilience, and deep roots. In one hand, she carried a sword, a sign of readiness to defend, not to conquer. In the other, a shield marked with the black, red, and gold tricolor, the flag of the German liberal nationalists of 1848. In many paintings, Germania stands tall beside the Rhine River, a powerful image of protection and sovereignty. She was the visual embodiment of Germany's dream to become one united, independent nation with a strong, shared identity. Let's take a closer look at the symbols that brought these allegories to life. These weren't random decorations, they were visual messages, each carrying a deep national meaning. The red cap, a bold emblem of liberty, once worn by freed slaves in ancient Rome, now a universal symbol of freedom from oppression. The sword, not a tool of aggression, but a symbol of readiness to defend justice and national values. The oak crown, in German tradition, oak stood for strength, heroism, and endurance. The olive branch wrapped around a sword, a message of peace through strength, a nation that seeks harmony but won't back down. The black with gold tricolor, the proud colors of German liberal nationalism, born in 1848. Over time, these symbols became more than artistic choices. They became emblems of identity, deeply respected and believed in by the people they represented. Even today, we rely on symbols and allegories to express who we are as a nation. Think of the national flag, the Ashoka Chakra, or Bharat Mata. These aren't just images, they're living representations of our shared identity. They bring together people of different languages, regions, and traditions under one symbol, one story. So, how does this process work? Let's break it down. Step 1. Abstract ideas like liberty, unity, and pride are hard to explain. Step 2. Artists and thinkers create human forms, allegories, to give these ideas a face. Step 3. These figures are enriched with symbols, red caps, olive branches, tricolors, swords to carry meaning. Step 4. Over time, people connect with them emotionally and they become a part of national memory and identity. So next time you pass a statue, see a flag, or hear an anthem, pause. That symbol might be doing more than just standing still. It might be telling the story of your nation, one image at a time.